the snow has mostly moved on, but the cold is sinking in. Coming up, when we could see a change. And it is a weather alert day as we're talking dangerously cold temperatures that could leave you with frostbite in less than an hour. Plus, we're not the only ones facing some bizarre weather right now. That is snow on the hill behind the Hollywood sign in Los Angeles this morning, as parts of Southern California are now under a blizzard warning for the first time in decades.
Now, KAPP KVEW local news at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We have to start with that weather alert. We're taking a look at current wind chills across our region. They're right now around 1 degree wind chill in Hanford and Connell, 7 in Dayton, 0 up in Ellensburg-Cle area, 3 degrees above 0 in Yakima. Jason Valentine is here with a look at why these numbers are going to be so dangerous in the next 24 hours.
Good Thursday evening, everyone. Hope you're having a good day so far. So, folks, we have another weather alert day, dangerous wind chill throughout all of our areas, and that is through tomorrow morning. And it's going to be acute in the Kittitas and Yakima County areas. Wind chill advisory there through 9 a.m. tomorrow. We could see wind chill as low as negative 15 degrees. Now, exactly what does that mean? Well, it means that in half an hour, you could start to develop hypothermia if you are out in that cold of temperatures and wind chill. So it is very dangerous overnight tonight. So stay indoors if you can. Keep an eye on your pets and maybe even check in with some of your elderly neighbors. So for the next 24 hours, we're going to be slightly less cool tomorrow. We're going to be right around that freezing mark or just under it. We're going to see much more sunshine into Saturday as well. And then that warming trend finally comes on Sunday. So there's a lot to talk about in my full forecast that's coming up later in the show.
Thanks, Jason. Now, the City of Pasco Police Department is currently dual accredited by the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies. They, as well as the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs Standards. The Pasco Police Department is participating in CALEA Law Enforcement Reaccreditation. According to Pasco Police Sergeant Thomas Groom, this is a process they have to do every 4 years to keep their accreditation. They say public comment is a necessary step in this process.
We want to know what we're doing well, what we can do better, and then as a part of that with CALEA coming in, that gives CALEA an opportunity to kind of narrow down on some areas they should spend some special focus. If we're getting a lot of critiques that we need to do better here, they're going to focus on those areas.
Now, as part of this process, there is an opportunity for people in the community to provide public feedback. The purpose of the public comments is in regards to compliance with CALEA standards, engagement in community service, delivery of public safety services, and overall candidacy for accredited status. Whether you have commendations or concerns, that's what they're looking for with the comments. You can find the link to the public comment form on our website, yaktrinews.com. Today, state lawmakers voted to continue working on a proposal that would loosen the restrictions on police chases. This is something we've been following for several weeks now. Police reform laws passed in 2021 put strict limits on when law enforcement officers can chase someone in a vehicle. Some officers and city officials blame those limits for making criminals, they say, feel a lot more confident about their chances of getting away. But opponents say police chases are dangerous and there are better ways of fighting crime. The current proposal advancing in the legislature right now would let officers chase people suspected of certain crimes, and it would expire in July of 2025. Another controversial bill up for a vote today would change the rules for buying a gun in Washington. House Bill 1143 would make it so that you have to get a permit before you can buy a gun. Getting that permit would require training and background checks that could include a check on your mental health records as well. Today, 18 members of the House Appropriations Committee voted to advance the bill. 13 voted against it. Making headlines across America tonight, new numbers from the Department of Labor show the number of people filing for unemployment benefits is still dropping. The government has recorded less than 200,000 people filing new unemployment claims per week for about a month and a half now. We've seen huge layoffs in the tech industry lately, but overall, there's still a lot more job openings than there are people to fill them. And we've heard from food banks across the state of Washington saying they're already seeing increased demand with inflation forcing prices higher. But that situation could get even worse next week because extra SNAP benefits are coming to an end. So during the pandemic, Congress authorized an emergency benefits boost for people using the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. That boost expires at the end of this month, which means many people are bracing for significant cuts to their grocery budgets.
I don't make a lot. I'm a preschool teacher. So it's really difficult to try to afford food. I've already kind of started to cut down on what I'm buying at the store, making sure that it's really just the essentials.
Of course, it's going to fall on the hungry people themselves, the SNAP participants. When this change happens, the average amount that the SNAP participant gets per day will be about $6.
The Center on Budget and Policy Priorities says everyone getting SNAP benefits will lose about $95 per month when this boost runs out. But some families could see their benefits cut by almost $450 per month, depending on how much they make and how many people are living in the same home. The Washington State Department of Transportation is preparing to roll out a new program designed to help people experiencing homelessness get back on their feet. The Pre-Employment Preparation Program, or PEP, is a month-long course teaching people things like how to do first aid and CPR, how to work as a flagger to control traffic near work zones, and even how to operate a forklift.
It's giving them an opportunity to make fair wages in a job that's consistent. A lot of people experiencing homelessness have barriers, like criminal barriers, some backgrounds that may not have ever qualified them, or nobody's ever reached out to them for them to believe that they could do something like this.
WashDOT says people in the program will also get case management services to help them move past some of the barriers that might stop them from getting a job, like not having an ID card or not having a driver's license. Well, tomorrow marks 1 year since Russia invaded Ukraine. Tonight, the United Nations is once again calling on Russia to stop. The UN General Assembly passed a non-binding resolution calling for Russia to stop fighting and go home. Even though this is a non-binding resolution, which is effectively a strong suggestion, Ukraine's foreign minister says the vote shows how far across the globe opposition to Russia's invasion goes. 141 countries voted in favor of the resolution. 32 opted not to vote, but only 7 voted against telling Russia to end the invasion. Coming up on February 1st, Washington State ecology officials issued an enforcement order against the U.S. Army demanding more transparency about PFAS in wells near the Yakima Training Center in Selah. The order requires the Army to share data about PFAS-contaminated drinking water and adhere to both state and federal limits for PFAS. It also gives the state more oversight when it comes to federal cleanup efforts and makes including the public in decisions mandatory. There's been no official response from the Army so far, but in the meantime, the state wants to hear from concerned residents.
Because ecology doesn't have access to anything that has been shared with the Army, it's very important that we hear from the community so that we can make sure that this feedback is being incorporated into our plans.
Coming up, we'll hear more from ecology, plus the latest on new federal funding being given to Washington State to deal with drinking water contaminants. We're also learning more about the train derailment in eastern Ohio that leaked toxic chemicals into the environment. The National Transportation Safety Board says the crew on board that train didn't get any warnings about a potential problem until just before the derailment happened. Today, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg visited the crash site for the first time, and he slammed efforts to loosen regulations on railroads.
Can Congress untie our hands a little bit in terms of the hoops we've got to go through to try to raise the bar on those braking rules? Because Congress pushed it in the opposite direction. Norfolk Southern and the other freight rail companies need to stop fighting us every time we try to do a regulation. What we've seen is industry goes to Washington and they get their way.
Now, as far as cleanup, the rail company says it's working with the Environmental Protection Agency to come up with a long-term plan. All right, take a look at this. Portland got nearly a foot of snow last night, a lot of it falling during rush hour. This was the aftermath drivers faced this morning. People reported spending hours trying to get home last night. Many of them finally gave up, just abandoning their cars. And that has made things actually difficult for crews trying to clear the roads today. And we see the phrase wild weather a lot. This is a whole new level, though. Parts of the United States are seeing record cold and snow. Others are seeing record heat for this time of year. ABC's Alex Stone has a look at what's happening.
From Portland, Oregon to Rapid City, South Dakota, record amounts of crippling snow.
Blinding snow.
25 states are under alerts for blizzards, heavy snow, strong wind, ice, and bitter wind chill. Over 60 million Americans impacted by those alerts right now, and it's still snowing. All of it moving south and east. The storm that hit Oregon on Wednesday now swinging south into California, prompting the first blizzard warnings in Los Angeles County in over 30 years.
This is the first time I've seen snow like this, coming down like this hard and at this low of an elevation.
Already, snow is falling in parts of Southern California, but the heaviest snow is expected on Friday into the weekend. The California Highway Patrol is telling drivers to have food and water in their cars in case they get stuck. Highways will likely be shut down, and many LA area drivers are not used to driving in snow.
We almost never see this, maybe once in a decade if we're lucky.
Already a light dusting of snow around the Hollywood sign. All of the weather is impacting flights again today. Hundreds of flights canceled. Portland and Minneapolis with the most cancellations. These snowplows at the Minneapolis airport trying to keep up. But in the southeast, it's record heat. 40 degrees warmer than normal in some areas.
Look at that. Temperatures looking like May out there.
Orlando seeing temperatures in the 90s. New Orleans, 83. Nashville, Birmingham, and Raleigh also in the 80s. McAllen, Texas hit 98 degrees on Wednesday. While the Dakotas were below zero, over a 100-degree temperature difference in the continental U.S. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, if it feels like the crazy weather is getting you down more than usual, you might not be wrong. The Washington Post reports these big temperature swings from warm to cold actually put a lot of stress on your body to try and adjust. Experts say it takes days, if not weeks, to get acclimated properly. One thing you might notice in a big way is the effect on your nose. Experts say going from warm to cold within a 24-hour period means you're also more likely to find yourself swinging from a runny nose to a really dry one. And unfortunately, that cold weather is going to be sticking around for a few more days. As we're taking a look outside, it is cold out there. It's gray. We are talking about a change in the weather in the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that. And still ahead on KAPP Local News at 5, a popular bird watching spot could become a lot harder to get to. We're talking about the plans to cut the causeway to Bateman Island next.
I had occupational disease. It's caused me a lot of back pain and knees where I've had to have surgeries. My wife recommended that she had heard about Smart Law. I called them, bam, got me in, listened to my story, made a decision right there that they were gonna take my case. I'll tell you, if you want someone that's gonna be good, that's someone that's gonna look out for your best interests, Smart Law. They stick to their plan and they keep you involved for your best interest because it's your health. Smart Law.
Granting a wish is a powerful thing. My relationship with Make-A-Wish began 14 years ago. We put on a small car show here at the dealership. We generated $4,600, and 14 years later, we cumulatively now have a total of $1.14 million we've done for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm lucky to have a position that affords me the opportunity to work with some fantastic people throughout Eastern Washington. They understand our motivation to support the community, and they truly want to support the community. Granting a wish is a powerful thing. You see the laughter, you see the smile. Being a part of that, you can't walk away from that. You want to help another child, and that's been my motivation for years. When a lot of people come together, to me, that's community, and that's home.
Find your next Subaru at McCurley Subaru and get 3.9% financing on a new 2023 Subaru Outback, Crosstrek, and Forester.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll get right to the point. It's the extended President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress.
President, what's that mean for the average American?
It means saving $100 off every $1,000 you spend.
And Tempur-Pedic?
With bipartisan support, we've allocated up to $500 savings on select mattress sets and a $300 gift.
And how will the people pay for these so-called savings?
Try 4 years no interest and free shipping. Hurry! The extended President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
Situated in the heart of Washington wine country, the Prosser House by John Gray is a place you won't want to miss. John's international culinary training brings amazing cuisine to the table. Treat yourself and someone special to a meal you won't soon forget. We'll see you at the Prosser House.
I texted Gelman an item, and he just sends
Thumbs up. No,
well, you didn't say thanks for the research or wow, what a great item. It's just
Next 5, Tessa Thompson.
Tomorrow morning at 9 on KAPP. Weather alert today. KAPP local news first alert weather, helping keep you and your family safe.
Welcome back. Your input is needed on the tentative plan to breach the Bateman Island Causeway. Tonight, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Walla Walla District hosted an open house to answer any questions from civilians. As we previously reported, officials are worried about young salmon getting stuck in the water near the causeway and falling victim to predator species, as well as the river water heating up. Now some concerns have been raised over this tentative plan, like public access to the island and the marina that's just a couple hundred yards downriver.
There are some boat slips there that potentially could be impacted, and so we are talking with the marina owners about what does that look like for the future. Concern of access is something that has been brought up multiple times. It is something that we recognize as an important consideration. At this time, we do not have proposal anything for access in this project.
Herzog says in the future, they might look at building a footbridge for public access. The open house ends at 6 tonight, and you can still weigh in by submitting a comment online or by mail. Public comment period ends on March 10th. Corps officials say the final report should be available sometime during this spring. The state of Washington is looking for 14 to 17-year-olds in Central Washington to join their Ecology Youth Corps, a summer jobs program they've had in place since the 1970s. Teens get paid more than $15 an hour to pick up litter in their community 7.5 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, for about 3 weeks in July or August. It is a competitive job with typically several hundred applicants and only 72 positions available. References from a teacher or a coach are crucial, but prior experience is not.
They're 14. I don't expect them to have an extensive work history at all. I just want to see if they put in the effort to put in an application and to fill it out completely and to fill it out legibly so that I can read it if it's a hard copy application and to get it in on time.
They're especially looking for workers in Toppenish, Sunnyside, and Goldendale. The deadline to apply is April 3rd. We've got the details you need to figure it out at yaktrinews.com.
Now, KAPP First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day today. It is another weather alert day. We have dangerous wind chill to talk about for really all of our areas, but specifically Kittitas and Yakima counties. And this is through Friday, pretty much into tomorrow morning. So what is going on? Wind chill advisory until 9 a.m. And again, we are including Yakima, Ellensburg areas because wind chill could be as low as -15 degrees. That is absolutely dangerous temperatures for wind chill because within half an hour you could develop hypothermia. So that is why we're warning you about it. Now, all of our other areas are going to be most likely single digits, maybe even some negative temperatures there, but it looks to be the worst in Ellensburg and Yakima. So your wind chill danger, if it is calm outside, your normal body heat can be kept by, well, just like your mom told you, by wearing layers. But if it is windy, that body heat escapes, especially as winds pick up. And again, we're seeing 20-mile-per-hour winds tonight, and it just takes away that heat. So limit your time outdoors. Hypothermia, frostbite, can occur in minutes with -15, the extreme possible in Yakima and Kittitas. That could be in just half an hour. And cover exposed skin if you must go outside. And as we always say, keep an eye on your four-legged friends as well. So some good news, though, with our wind outlook. We're going to see severely shortened wind as we get into Friday and almost nominal winds as we get into Saturday. And then the wind is our savior, bringing in those warmer temperatures as we return to the upper 40s by Sunday. And then winds will pretty much take a break. Still some wind enough to keep our air fresh, but it will be lighter as we get into our next work week. So our temperature trend, we're very chilly today, slowly digging out of it tomorrow and Saturday, but then right back where we should be for this time of year in the upper 40s and lower 50s. And that looks to persist as we head into our next work week. So again, much warmer temperatures on the way. This is just a quick little blips, just winter letting us know it's still around. We did have some residual showers today as far as the Tri-Cities with just some light snow. And this is what we're looking at as we head into the evening hours. It's going to dissipate into our overnight period, and we're looking at plenty of sunshine on our Friday and into our Saturday. Should be 2 beautiful days. And again, Saturday is when we slowly start to warm up. So we do have a 2023 countdown. Got to look forward to something. Daylight savings time, we gain an hour's sunshine per day, but lose an hour over the weekend. That's 17 days away. 22 days until St. Patrick's Day. Hey, spring, 25 days away. So a lot to look forward to. Overnight tonight, look at those temperatures, single digits in many areas. And again, the winds making it even colder. So if you can stay indoors overnight, please do, and bundle up as you're heading out to work, school, or wherever tomorrow. So the winds will slow down as we get to the afternoon tomorrow, but still a chilly Friday ahead. We do expect plenty of sunshine, highs right at or just below the freezing mark as we slowly start to warm up. So in the Tri-Cities, nice conditions again on Saturday. We could see a little bit of shower activity coming in, and when we see a significant change in our temperatures, 12 degrees from Saturday to Sunday, it's not surprising if we see a little bit of shower activity. As we move into our next work week, though, things will be settling down, upper 40s, lower 50s, and our overnight lows. By Wednesday late night, we'll get back to, well, what our high is tomorrow, and not even the high we saw today. So big changes on the way as we get back to normal starting Sunday. In the Yakima region, again, a slight chance of some showers on Sunday as well. Plenty of sunshine, though, on the way. Those warmer temperatures starting on Sunday and then sticking around by Tuesday. So, folks, that wind chill advisory till 9 a.m. tomorrow. Please stay indoors if you can overnight tonight, and make sure to bundle up tightly as you head out the door Friday morning, tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Jason. And up next on KAPP Local News, should non-dairy milk have to give up the name? It's a battle that's been going on for quite a while, and now the FDA is weighing in. We'll tell you what they said next.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Next ET, big TV goodbyes and returns.
They're not even showing that final cut to us.
From Grey's Anatomy to Tatiana Ali's Bel Air Homecoming, next ET.
Tonight at 7:30 on KAPP.
Like, yeah, we so amazing.
The stylish Chevy Equinox RS.
Like,
and Chevy Blazer RS.
So captivating.
You don't have to be an influencer to be an influencer. The RS family of Chevy SUVs, definitely worth a follow. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2023 Equinox models, or get $1,000 cash allowance on all 2023 Equinox models. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We'll remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate, or visit bathfitter.com.
Granting a wish is a powerful thing. My relationship with Make-A-Wish began 14 years ago. We put on a small car show here at the dealership. We generated $4,600, and 14 years later, we cumulatively now have a total of $1.14 million we've done for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm lucky to have a position that affords me the opportunity to work with some fantastic people throughout Eastern Washington. They understand our motivation to support the community, and they truly want to support the community. Granting a wish is a powerful thing. You see the laughter, you see the smile. Being a part of that, you can't walk away from that. You want to help another child, and that's been my motivation for years. When a lot of people come together, to me, that's community, and that's home.
Find your next Chevrolet at McCurley Chevrolet and get 2.99% financing on new 2022 Silverados.
Create a bedroom sanctuary during the President's Sale at More Furniture.
Get this beautiful solid wood 4-piece bedroom with padded headboard for only $19.99.
Maximize your space with this contemporary bedroom with storage bed and 2-color options for only $19.99.
Or choose this classic bedroom with artisan crafted details for only $19.99.
No matter what your style, More Furniture has the right looks at the right price.
Visit morefurniture.com to preview all the President's Day sale specials.
Welcome back. The FDA is now saying it's not confusing to have all different kinds of milk available in the grocery store. Dairy farmers have been fighting to change the rules, saying that plant-based options like soy, almond, and oat milk shouldn't be allowed to use that name. But the FDA published a draft rule this week saying the name is fine. Now, the FDA is recommending new labels to show how plant-based milk measures up to dairy, although those extra labels would be optional. And you might want to transform that milk into hot chocolate because it is cold out there and it's going to feel even colder. We have a final look at your forecast when we get back. And still ahead, it's a story that is very close to home for all of us in the news. Police say a 19-year-old man killed 3 people, one of them a reporter, and another a 9-year-old girl in Orange County, Florida. 2 others, including a second journalist, were injured. World News Tonight is tracking the search for answers in that case, coming up at 5:30.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
This is Ford Truck Month, America. Time to get into Ford F-150. All amped up and ready for work or play. Get 0 for 36 plus $3,000 low APR cash on a 2022 F-150 XLT at your local Ford dealer.
Tonight, 1 year ago, Russia invaded Ukraine. The war's global impact, plus millions on alert. The states that could face historic snowfall. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched program on television.
Live better and love your home with the unique items and expert interior design you'll find only at Spencer Carlson. Our team of designers has given life to new construction and new life to remodeling projects for 30 years. Right now, during the President's event at Spencer Carlson, you can enjoy 30% off the upscale designs of case goods from Lexington Home Brands. Shop and save on fresh, innovative furnishings from Lexington. Spencer Carlson, unsurpassed furniture and design for life.
Honey, are you throwing the throw pillows?
Relaxing to watch TV can be hard.
Remember how they stack.
Okay. Actually, watching TV?
HBO app.
It's easy with Dish.
Honey? Are you on the boudoir cushion?
What's a boudoir cushion?
Live TV and streaming apps together with Dish, tuned in to you.
Click It RV Tri-City Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it.
Or come to the Pasco Autoplex.
From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes, the huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee.
Only at Click It RV Tri-Cities or ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
Next Extra, weeks after he sparked romance rumors with his ex Robin Wright, we've got Sean Penn's new interview. The Oscar winner takes us inside his undercover mission in Ukraine. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on KAPP KVEW.
Ford Escape. It offers bliss with cross-traffic alert. And it's an IIHS top safety pick. It's built for America. Get 0 for 36 months plus $1,000 low APR cash on an in-stock 2022 Escape only at your local Ford dealer.
It was an emotional day in court in a good way, as 5 people graduated from adult drug court today. This program takes a minimum of 9 months. Participants go through strict protocols and intensive treatment. Coming up later tonight on KAPP KVEW Local News at 6, you'll hear heartfelt testimony from the judge and the 5 participants who say they are forever changed. But first, let's take one more look at those wind chills across our region. It is getting windy out there. It's going to be very, very cold tonight. We're already seeing 0 in Ellensburg, 1 in Hanford and Connell. Jason Valentine has a look at what to expect overnight.
All right, thank you so much. And again, good Thursday evening, everyone. So overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, we have extreme wind chill danger. So be very careful and do try to stay indoors. We do expect to be no snow tomorrow, very sunny and below freezing temperatures. We're slightly less cool than we were today, but our highs are going to be right at or just below the freezing level. So folks, as you head out the door tomorrow morning, please bundle up. The wind chill is going to be sticking around until that 9 a.m. or dangerous wind chill. So be careful out there, everyone.
Thanks, Jason. Thank you so much for watching. KAPP KVEW Local News is back at 6.